The main issue regarding swearing is that it is so subjective. What one person considers as swearing might be normal language for another, even if you bring up verses such as Colossians 3 verse 8. But now you yourselves are to put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy language out of your mouth. What constitutes as filthy language? The Bible was written in a different language and in a different time. It cannot therefore simply list every swear word in every language. But some things are clear about the way that we ought to speak as Christians. 1. We should be swift to hear and slow to speak. 2. If we are walking in the Spirit, we should be showing the fruit of self-control, which would be, of course, including our tongue. 3. We need to be aware that God judges every idle word. Idle also means careless and worthless. What we say is taken very seriously. 4. It is obvious throughout the Bible that if we are doing or speaking in a certain way to seek approval of this world by acting like non-believers, we are part of this world and not of God. We should of course be striving to live a life pleasing to God with our whole body, because we were bought at a price. Therefore, if you find that your speech is defying one or more of these points, you are defying God's commands. In other words, sinning. It is a good idea to analyze our words with the above list, to test whether our language matches the Christian lifestyle we ought to have, according to the Bible. Personally, I have never seen in my life that as a man or woman grows in the Lord, their speech becomes viler, less controlled, and has a lower standard of what is considered swearing. Instead, those that are growing in the Lord tend to think before they speak and endeavor to edify those around. I have witnessed the opposite as well. When somebody is further from the Lord, so is their tongue more similar to the world's. You may even notice the occasional blasphemy slip into their language, such as OMG. We must remember that ultimately it is an issue of the heart. As Jesus said in Matthew 12, "For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good things, and an evil man out of the evil treasure brings forth evil things." So let us focus on the heart directly, feeding it with what is pure, true, and holy, and everything else, for instance the tongue, should follow appropriately.
We must remember that ultimately it is an issue of the heart.